Today we're going to step into the field of trigonometry, a highly, what should I say, a highly, no. Hello everyone, today we're going to step into the field of trigonometry, a highly daunting topic, I must say, at times, but then again, if you know some of the basics and, the application of the equations, it becomes fairly simple, and especially the concept of SOHCAHTOA, which is fairly simple considering the characteristics of a triangle, how to label a triangle. So we'll just crack on with it straight away. First of all, you need to the fundamental skill that you need for trigonometry is labeling the triangle, is knowing the three sides it has. So pretend, here we have two triangles. Let's work with this one first of all. So pretend we've got a right angle triangle, very important for reasons which I'll clarify later on. Pretend you've got a right angle triangle and you know its angle theta up down there. Can't explain mathematically where it is, but let's say you know that angle theta, right? Theta is just another way of expressing an angle algebraically, if that's a word. So you know that angle theta. Now, the longest side of the triangle is called the hypotenuse, and that is the hypotenuse. Okay. So what we do is we just label that the hypotenuse. Okay, I've just abbreviated to hype right now. And the reason why I was talking about the angle theta is because that helps us determine what the other two sides of the triangle are going to be labeled. Alright, so as I was mentioning, this is the angle theta. Now the side exactly opposite to it is going to be called the opposite. Again, I'm just going to abbreviate that to OPP. And the remaining side, you don't need to actually, understand why it's called that. But I mean, if you know that if you know the two sides, then obviously the other side just becomes a case of just plugging it in. All right. But anyway, it's called the adjacent. All right. And adjacent just means something near to or close to. All right. So that's how you label a triangle. I hope that was somewhat clear. And before I step into some of the examples, we'll just do another one over here. So we've got another right angle triangle with angle theta, this time over here. And again, first of all, the very first thing I would do is label the hypotenuse, because that's the most easy side to recognize, the longest side, hypotenuse. And you'll always notice that it's exactly opposite to the right angle. Not to confuse it with the side, but exactly, opposite to the right angle. But anyway, it's the longest side of the triangle. That's all you need to know. And that's all you need to label with the remaining two sides. So this time, the opposite will be that side because it's opposite to the angle. So that we label opposite, and obviously this side over here is adjacent to the angle, so we just call this the adjacent. So that was labeling the triangle. These are the three sides that we need to know about really well, and it's just a matter of recognizing which side is opposite and which side is close, and it's quite common, it's quite logical really. But anyway, okay, now we come to the meaty bit, as I like to say, of trigonometry. It's these rules, SOHCAHTOA. All right. Now, before I explain them, I need to go over the initial letters of these very weird three-letter combinations that I've just placed over there. SOHCAHTOA. So S for so up there, basically stands for sine. This is a particular function which you don't really need to know about, but it's something that it's a function that is applied to any particular number, right? Sine. So when I say sine of something, I'm doing something to that number. And you don't really need to know at GCSE anyway what its actual, you know, purpose is and what it means. But anyway, sine is like a function. It does something to a number. So here we've got sine, and we just abbreviate that over there with S. All right. For the next three-letter combination, we've got ka, and C stands for, in that case, cos. Again, it's another type of trigonometric function which you don't really need to know about. And then the last one, toa, my favorite, is the T at least stands for tan. Yet again, another trigonometric function which you don't need to know about right now, at least, and if you're going to do maths further on. But anyway, the point is, these are the functions that you will be using in trigonometry to work out missing sides, missing angles of a right angle triangle. And yeah, so now that we know the first initials of these letters, then what are the others there for? Well, if you have a look, opposite. Well, O stands for opposite, right? This side over here, or that side, or whichever side, according to the position of the angle, right? Opposite, and the H stands for the hypotenuse. And as we go down to cos, right? The function over here, cos ka. That A means adjacent, and the H means hypotenuse. O means opposite, A means adjacent, and these are basically, combinations of these sides of the triangle that we use when applied with the functions to figure out different sides and angles. It looks a bit, arbitrary and confusing why we have that, but it will all make sense in future videos. So I hope you found that as a helpful introduction to the labeling of the triangle and what these functions are, and obviously in the next few videos we will show you how to use them and how to use them to calculate missing sides and angles, which is the main purpose of trigonometry. So thank you for watching.